Guys, I want to tell you a story that happened to me. Now, if you guys go back and watch my videos, and I got thousands of them on 7 channels, I'm sure you can find even the photographs. If you go on to Facebook and look up my name, you'll find me on there, even though I haven't been on there in probably a decade at least. You'll find me on there with, well, they might be on there. But back, folks, when Trump ran the first time and won, the only other time I voted was for Reagan. And I think it was like 1981, because that was when I was legally old enough to vote. And I voted for Reagan. But my mom and dad were Republicans, and the whole state of Indiana was a Republican state at that time. So I just thought like everybody talked around me, I didn't know. I came back many years later after my kids were raised. I raised my kids out in Arizona. After I voted for Ronald Reagan, I left there, went to Florida and all over. I raised my kids out in Arizona. I ended up coming back to Indiana when Pence was a governor. At this time, I was working. There was several contracts that I had that ran out. I was driving a semi for the post office and stuff, subcontractor, and in between, I was working for other places until these contracts came back up. So I was working for Camping World, folks. Camping World. I don't know where you are, but in America, Camping World, I guess, is one of the biggest camper sales corporations in the country. And I worked for them for over a year. Now, I was hired because I had a Class A CDL and everything. I could drive the big motor homes. I could drive pull the fifth wheels with a dually pickup. I could deliver them. I could go and pick up. We a lot of times we just hauled stuff to like fairgrounds and stuff to do a camper show or something like that. But I did a lot of that, running stuff back and forth down into Kentucky, over to Illinois, even Ohio, and around Indianapolis when they had their fairs. We'd set up shows there. Those were the close ones. But when Trump was running the first time, he was in India. He had a rally he was doing in Kokomo, Indiana, which was about 45 miles north of Greenwood, about maybe a half hour north of Indianapolis or something like that. Kokomo, Indiana. His rally was up there. So when he came into town, he got a hold of Camping World, or somebody did that was his a part of his team, and asked Camping World, hey, can you guys supply some kind of a camper or something that he can use as a dressing room or whatever before he walks out into his rally and everything. This is Indiana. I think it was even a warm time of the year, so he was going to need air conditioning or whatever. And so Camping World, the one in Greenwood, Indiana, is still there today. The one in Greenwood, Indiana, these guys that all worked there, they were all that ran the place, the big shot, all of them were younger than me. And I didn't know it until a while later that the guy that owns all that Camping World, he is a deep, deep, deep Democrat. And he even came out in an ad and said he didn't want anybody money who voted for Trump when Trump won. Now, these guys that working at this Camping World, like I said, they were all younger than me. And they were running the show, you know. We had a huge, we had a lot that was huge and had, I would say, a couple thousand brand new campers on different kinds, from motorhomes to fifth wheels to whatever, little tag-alongs or whatever, you know. And so Trump's team asked us if we could get him a camper. Most of those young guys that run the place, they were Trump backers. But they're being told by the upper brass that they hate Trump backers. So these guys, they slipped it in. They said, all right, yeah, we're going to let Trump have this $500,000 motorhome. Big old diesel pusher, buddy. And it had like 4 pop-outs on it once you set it all up and everything, fully contained, everything. Generators. Beautiful, beautiful camper. And they were telling me that they were going to have to take it up there and deliver it to Kokomo, and it was going to be me or another guy. I said, oh, hey, man, let me do it. Let me do it. And they're going, well, hey, wait a minute. And I carried a gun in my briefcase. I was carrying a briefcase at this time everywhere I went. And I carried a gun in my briefcase, and they knew it. And they're going, look, whoever goes up there is going to have to be checked out by the CIA or Secret Service and all this. They're going to be, but there was going to be 4 people at the store because they loaned this camper to Trump. They were having a meeting before where certain people could come in and actually meet Trump, shake hands with him, ask him questions, whatever, talk to him. And he would sign hats if you wanted him to and all that. So I was like, man, let me do it. I want to do this. And they're going, you ain't going to be able to pass it. I said, buddy, I have been pushing mail. The Secret Service, the CIA, the FBI, everybody knows everything about me. I ain't worried about that. And they're going, well, why? Why do you want to do this? I said, I just want to ask him a couple questions. I'm going to vote for him. And these younger guys, well, they wouldn't let me do it. But they did. The 2 guys that ended up going and getting to talk to Trump and everything, they sent me pictures, and they're on my channel somewhere, folks. I ain't going to go back and hunt them down. They're not on this phone. That was a long time ago. I'd even look. But these guys sent me the pictures back and everything, and they allowed this other guy to drive the camper up there, and he didn't even want to go meet Trump. He didn't even want to meet Trump. Aggravated me. Folks, my people, Trump, he's already found out how big I've gotten. My people are hooking up with his people. We might have Trump in the barn here. Watch and see. Watch and see. He's wanting to come see my XJ. I don't know. We'll have to watch and see. God loves you guys. I love you. Seek Jesus. That's all I ask you to do. Seek him. See what happens. He changed my life.